to our Ultimate Portfolio Tracker video series. In this second installment, we'll dive into the position trading section. Get ready to explore the tools and features that will enhance your long-term trading strategies. In our first video, we explored the position trading dashboard on the home page. Now, we're going to delve deeper into the position trading section, examining its features and functionalities in detail. Now that we've landed on the page, let's scroll down together and uncover the exciting features that await us. On the right side of the page, you can see separate calendars for the trackers and journals included in the template's position and swing trading sections. As you see, we also have an NFT tracker and its transaction calendar. Here is its page. On the left, you'll find the overview card of the swing trading section. This card was designed to provide you with a quick overview of your swing trade's status right from the main page of this section. To its right, you'll see the overview card for the position trading area. Here, you can view your holdings and their total market value, as well as any NFTs you might have and their market value. In this video, we'll explore the position trading section together. Our first priority will be the RBAF page, which serves as both an analysis tool and a small simulation area for position trading. On the right, you'll find the transaction calendar. On the left side, there's a tool consisting of 3 distinct parts called RBAF, which stands for Result-Based Assumption Forecast. Let's begin by inputting our assumptions in the left-hand section. After clicking the card, enter the values into the fields specifically designed for your position trading operations. Enter your portfolio size and specify the percentage you wish to allocate for each position group. These position groups allow you to cluster your desired transactions, enabling you to manage position sizes for specific items more effectively. Then, enter your expected return percentage. In this example, 9 times 20K equals 180K. So, your goal is to grow your capital from 20K to 200K. Next, input your desired percentage gain and loss for each position group, and enter your estimated win rate percentage. Finally, specify minor deviations you anticipate. Once you're done, close the page and examine the forecast generated based on your inputs. It will help you realize that losses are not deviations from your path to success, but essential stops along the way. Here, you'll see your goal based on your desired percentage return, to grow 20K to 200K. And based on the values we entered, here we'll need approximately 1,200 trades to achieve this goal. Based on entered win rate percentage, the dashboard provides with the number of wins and losses. A 50% win rate might seem low to beginners, but many professional traders dream of achieving this level of consistency. With a 10% position size, allocating $2,000 per group results in an average profit of $400 for each successful trade, based on a 20% gain target. With a 5% loss target, each losing trade incurs an average loss of $100. You can examine the remaining additional outcomes derived from your inputs. As these ratios are in the optimal F and Kelly criterion percentages, they serve to optimize your position sizing and capital allocation. These mathematical approaches help balance potential returns with risk management, aiming to maximize long-term growth while minimizing the risk of significant drawdowns in your trading strategy. Finally, on the right side, you'll find real-time results tracking the outcomes of trades entered on the position trading page. Currently, these figures may not be significant due to insufficient entries in the journal. For meaningful data analysis, aim to journal a minimum of 100 trades, which will provide a more robust statistical foundation for evaluating your trading performance. Therefore, you should not base your decisions on the initial data that emerges. It's crucial to allow sufficient time and trades for a more accurate representation of your trading performance and strategy effectiveness. To input your assumptions, you can edit existing data, use the New button, or utilize the button located on top, depending on your preference and needs. You can always review the transactions calendar on the right, or even use it to input your transactions. Now that we've covered all the details on the RBAF page, we can proceed to our position trading page, where you can easily manage all your long-term tradings. At the top of the page, you'll notice a guide. When activated, it reveals a step-by-step text explaining what you need to do in sequence. First, enter your assumptions. Then, input the symbol you wish to trade. Next, assign a position group for the partial transactions of the symbol. Finally, enter your buy and sell transactions for this group. That's all there is to it. These toggles essentially correspond to the final 3 phases of the setup: symbols, positions, and transactions. Let's begin with the first tab, Symbols. Here, you'll see an overview of your current holdings. In the last tab, you can view all the symbols you've added to the system thus far. When you click this button, every symbol you enter is added here. When you open any added symbol as a page, you'll find a contract address property at the top of the page. To fetch live price data for cryptocurrencies, simply enter the name of the coin. However, for some lesser-known coins, you can automate the symbol's current price by entering the contract address obtained from DEX Scanner. You may also tag the account that holds that symbol. At the bottom of the page, you'll find a database containing the position groups associated with that symbol. To see the page behind as well, let's switch to side peek mode. You can see all position groups assigned to this symbol in this table, along with their details. From the background page, you can track positions for all other symbols as well. To see all properties of the table, let's switch to full screen. We had added the account and current price at the top. Below in the table, you can see the quantity left and current market value of it, also unrealized P&L and percentage of it, and the total value, which includes your total P&L plus the current market value of that position group. There are also price increase, exit date, holding duration properties as well. And finally, you can indicate the result of the position for RBAF tracking as win, loss, or break even. Simply put, this page displays the position groups for the symbol. To view or add transactions for a position group, simply open it as a page. On the opened page, you'll find the transactions related to that position group. Additionally, on the right side, you can view an overview of that particular symbol only. Enter your buying and selling transactions using this table or the 2 buttons just above it. You can also view buy-side and sell-side transactions and add any additional rewards earned from holding that item, and check that position group as a whole in the last tab. At the top, you can see the relation of RBAF to that position group, as well as the account and item details. So, what do we have in that transactions table? Date of the transaction, ticker symbol, a small note property for qualitative data, and quantity, or amount of shares, if you are trading stocks specifically, price level, fee, cost, and other details. You can track the status of these transactions you've entered into the system by checking the Holdings section on the right, which provides details for each specific symbol dynamically. Once you've finished, you can return to the previous page using the Go Back button at the top, or navigate to any section using the navigation bar. After finishing our transactions, we can view the current state of our portfolio in the relevant section. Here you can see the details of our position groups, categorized by their side as either buy or sell. You can track all position groups from these databases. At the bottom, you'll find all transactions and all of their details. They are all organized under their respective position groups. As you may recall, we specified our position size on the RBAF page. In the position percent column here, you can track what percentage of the total allocated amount has been filled for each transaction. Since we're seeing transactions for both sides here, let's focus on the buy side of a specific position group to better examine proper position size management. And let's examine another position group by opening it as a full page. Here we have two buying transactions, totaling 32% of our allocated position size. The first transaction represents 14% and the second 17%, each calculated based on the total allocated size of $2,000 that we specified in RBAF. Let's go back and check if we have forgotten to mention anything. Here at the Portfolio section, we have other tabs displaying current and previous holdings, as well as symbols currently profitable and those in loss in our portfolio. Well, that's all for this section. The next section will cover swing trading and its analytics. We'll see you in the upcoming video.